All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another League of Legends shoutcast by me, Lanolin. On blue team, we have Nocturne, Ari, Graves, Olaf, and Nautilus versus the purple team with Brand, Tryndamere, Katarina, Teemo, and Volibear. Both actually very good matchups. Again, purple team not having any jungler, while blue team does indeed have a jungler. This could be very interesting for blue team because that means that their top lane is going to have to 2v1, and that is never fun. Never fun at all. Now, one thing I did not mention on my previous shoutcast, these are all level 30 characters. Though, again, it is blind normal. They are still level 30s with, of course, runes and all that fun stuff. So hopefully here we can jump in and get to going. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Nautilus is going to bring a lot of CC that the purple team doesn't really seem to have too much of. All right, here we go. Give it a second to load up a little bit. There we go. All right. Of course, you see purple team buying their items and blue team buying theirs, moving into their specific lanes. Ari, of course, going mid, as Ari is known to do. We have Graves going bot, as usual, with Nocturne moving in to start jungling. Nautilus is most likely going to be supporting Graves bot, while Volibear and Teemo are going to be their team for bottom lane as well. Katarina and Tryndamere going top. Whoa, why you no work? There we go. And Brand moving into mid. Ari down here to help Nocturne go ahead and leash for Nocturne. Allow Nocturne to go ahead and start that farm up as early as possible. For some reason my mouse keeps going onto my other monitor. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Just a sec, see if I can't fix that. Did not fix that. Ugh. Oh well. Let's just click. Alright, Nocturne picking up Wraiths and then moving into, possibly, yes, moving into red. Of course, purple team does not have a jungler, so this is not something they need to particularly worry about. Though, what they could have done was go ahead and leashed blue for Brand, allowing him to stay in lane a bit longer against Ari. Brand trying to poke Ari a little bit, not actually hitting anything. That's alright. Olaf most likely coming up to this lane surprised, or at least not surprised because he didn't see the loading screen. Probably a little bit irritated that he's going to have to 2v1 versus Tryndamere and Katarina. But I do believe this Olaf should be able to take care of it, no problem, because again, Olaf is a very, very strong top lane, solo top. Oh, wow. Nocturne immediately moving bottom lane and taking a double kill right off the bat on Teemo and his little friend. That, wow, I can't believe I missed that. I feel like an asshole now. Teemo and Volibear falling very easily to the immediate Nocturne ult, instantly putting Nocturne ahead of the game. Nocturne, of course, taking both kills, which, I mean, I guess will help for future ganks, but if anything, I would have tried to give them to my bottom lane. So, while bottom lane does have those 2 assists, one assist apiece. Actually, Nautilus got 1 assist. Graves got 2 assists. There's a little extra gold in their pockets against the opposing bottom lane. Teemo taking a little bit of damage from Graves, while Graves taking a little bit from Teemo. Olaf doing what he can against this 2v1. Chances are he's going to be up against this tower for most of the match, which actually may be more beneficial to him. Prevents him from getting killed and still allowing him to farm without much aggression against him. Graves and Nautilus is very an unusual comp for bottom lane, but still effective nonetheless. I'd see it similar along the lines of like a Graves and Blitz, you know what I mean? Granted, Blitz and Nautilus are still two very different champions. Another gank from Nocturne. Brand, though, finishing off Ahri before Nocturne can really do anything. Nocturne is most likely going to go ahead and get this kill, slowing him down. Brand turning around, putting on some poke from Nocturne for some reason, not trying to run away. Nocturne, again, getting a third kill, putting him in a killing spree, feeding him even more than he already is. An early fed Nocturne is not something that you want to have to deal with if you are in any lane other than the jungler. Nocturne, of course, a very, very strong jungle. Especially in the tournament scene, you see jungle Nocturnes a lot. Though you don't necessarily often see him banned, he is still a very, very strong pick for jungle. And getting him these 3 kills this early means that the purple team is definitely going to have some problems as far as ganks go. I would definitely try and get as many wards out as possible. Get a ward in this tri-bush right here. This bush, and of course, I wouldn't even actually put it in this bush. I'd put it here, and then put the ward up here in front of Dragon. Well, more often than not, you'll see people put wards in that bush. While it is effective, it isn't necessarily something that you need to do so much. There we go. There's the ward in that tri-bush. Very good call from Volibear. Anyway, like I was saying, putting a ward like right here gives you greater view of this area. And you can still see them coming anyway. Ahri putting some pretty heavy poke on Brand. Ahri probably pretty pissed that Brand got a kill, even though Nocturne came in the gank. Katarina hiding down in this hiding in the bush, waiting for Olaf to move out so she can make her move.
Rampage.
I keep missing these goddamn Nocturne jungles. Nocturne again coming in for the gank, taking out Teemo. Even with the wards up, they still fell for the gank. I'm surprised. Brand kind of biding his time. Bottom lane going for the early dragon. And there it is. There's the first dragon kill of the game at 6 minutes and about 40 seconds. Giving the blue team a heavy edge against purple team. They being, of course, now almost 3,000 gold ahead, or more than 3,000 gold ahead of purple team. Now again, hopefully Nocturne doesn't just stay bot. Hopefully Nocturne moves up and gives his Olaf a little bit of breathing room, so he can farm a bit and try and get a couple kills himself. Nocturne again moving towards into the enemy jungle again, because blue team does not, or purple team does not have a counter jungle against Nocturne, so Nocturne is free to farm as much as he wants. Nautilus grabbing Teemo. Teemo exhausted. Graves flashing forward to try and get the kill. Volibear trying to hold back Graves, but it is not quite enough. Graves will get the kill on Teemo. Brand trying to stop this Nocturne. Nocturne moving in against Graves. Graves trying to do some damage, trying to get that stun off. But it's not going to be enough. Will it be enough? Nocturne, again, another kill on Brand. The Ignite not quite enough to bring Nocturne down. With as fed as Nocturne is, I'd really recommend getting as many wards as you can to try and for purple team to control their jungle and prevent Nocturne from getting any more of these heavy, hard-hitting ganks that he has. Volibear trying to slow bottom lane down while Teemo's gone, trying to prevent Graves from getting that farm, but it is not quite going to be enough. Ahri farming up Wraiths while Brand is gone, knowing that, again, they have no jungler, so she is free to do so. Trend moving through, possibly going to take red. No, he seems to be backing off. See, as you can see, Olaf getting some good poke on Katarina before he backs, knowing that Tryndamere is not there, and he can truly solo top against Katarina like top is intended to be. Nocturne moving up top, seeing that his Olaf has left, but not doing anything about it. Ah, I see. He's leashing blue for Ari, giving her the chance to stay in lane a bit longer against Brand. But at the same time, it does give Brand a chance to push his lane up towards the tower. Hopefully we see Brand possibly move bot, try to give bot a hand, but instead he's going to sit here and shoot nothing at Ari. Tryndamere tower diving a fed Nocturne. Kinda silly, and it didn't really go anywhere. So Tryndamere taking unnecessary damage to do a mediocre amount of damage to Nocturne. Again, Katarina and Tryndamere farming as much as they can because their bottom lane is having such a rough time. Olaf is back top with Nocturne still top. Nocturne, like I said before, trying to give Olaf some breathing room against this 2v1. Brand moving down bot lane, hopefully going to try and help bot a little bit. Brand is, however, low health and a bit low mana. Chances are he's only going to be able to get off one combo before he's completely out of mana. Now he does have his ult, so he might be able to make a play. Brand standing there doing nothing, easily being taken out by Graves. Not sure why Brand stutter stepped there. Of course, Nautilus dropping a ward into the tri-bush to prevent any more ganks like that from happening. Though it did not go anywhere, it is a very smart precaution. Ari, of course, following in Brand's wake, getting the charm off on Volibear, jumping in. Nocturne with the ult, coming in, damaging, taking out Volibear, and Graves taking out Teemo with Ari escaping with just a sliver of health. 66 health to be exact, probably a little less than that. Bottom lane absolutely dominating, already putting a bunch of damage on their tower. Blue team very, very far ahead with 14,000 gold versus the 9.6k gold of purple team. Olaf again doing a very good job at holding his top lane. Tryndamere trying to go in for a kill against Olaf, but he was unable to commit because Olaf was so close to the turret. Katarina and Tryndamere hiding in the Katarina staying in the bush. Trynd dropping the ward to try and keep tabs on this very powerful Nocturne. Brand and Ari, of course, bouncing back and forth, exchanging poke, trying to farm up as much as they can. In situations like this, you see the top lane and what normally would be the jungler, but they don't have one, and mid lane try to get as much farm as they can because bottom lane is having such trouble because of this Nocturne. Graves escaping from Teemo. Teemo backing off. Graves unable to return poke. So, a nice play there by Teemo. Brandon Ari exchanging a little bit of poke. Nocturne back top to try and assist his Olaf. Katarina. Oh, there goes Nocturne coming in, getting a little bit of damage off on Katarina and Tryndamere. Nice grab by Nautilus. He grabs Volibear trying to get out of there. Graves flashes forward to try and finish it off. Graves taking serious damage from Teemo. Teemo getting hit. Teemo might have enough to take down this Graves. Graves going forward. Teemo is sticking on it hard as hell. Finally, Teemo takes out Graves, ending his spree. Will they get a double kill? And 2 kills from bottom lane. There we go. Bottom lane finally moving forward, taking out Graves and Nautilus. Very good play by the both of them. Volibear keeping Nautilus at bay while Teemo finishes off Graves, and then the two of them. Not sure what Brand was thinking there at all. Ari getting a very, very easy kill on Brand as he kind of just stood there at his tower and bead, seeing Nocturne coming up at him. Teemo moving from bottom lane to drop a shroom, as Teemo does. Ari now moving bot, knowing that Brand is dead, dropping a well-placed ward. I personally would ward right there. It gives you view of this and this. Wow, Nocturne going bot and taking out Volibear. Teemo trying to get some good hits on Nocturne, but Graves shows up just in time to force Teemo away. Teemo is going to be charmed by Ari. Ari taking the kill. Finishing up with bottom lane. Ari, of course, with 2 kills, 1 death. Graves with 3 kills, 1 death. Nocturne still 7 kills, 0 deaths. while the opposing team is not doing nearly as well. Trendemir moving back towards top to most likely try and hold off this Olaf, preventing him from getting any more farm. Another, again, blue team going again for another dragon. Brand moving in. Maybe try to make a play here against Ari. Maybe not. Maybe yes. If I was Brand, I'd shoot his ultimate right now. There we go. Good job. Nice play by Brand. Taking Dragon and killing Nautilus. Very good play by Brand. Brand might have enough damage to take out this Graves. Nope, Graves takes out Brand. But Volibear comes around and bitch slaps Graves right in his fucking face, taking him down. Nautilus dropping his, I don't know what that's called, I've never played Nautilus. Trying to prevent Ari's death, but it is not quite enough as Ari falls to, again, Volibear. Unofficial double kill from Volibear. Very well played. Again, very nice play by Brand. Though he did die, he did get one kill and the Dragon Steal. I actually did not know that. I don't know if the ult bounced off Dragon. Does it bounce off whatever? I guess it just bounces in general. I guess it doesn't necessarily bounce off champions. It may prioritize champions. But getting that Dragon Steal and getting that kill was very, very good for the purple team. That was a very good play by Brand. Biding his time, waiting for Dragon to get low health, then launching that ultimate and stealing it and getting a kill. Olaf and Trendemir 1v1. Trendemir, of course, having his ultimate, but... Or does he have his ult? No, his ult is up, but he flashes away. Katarina coming up to try and put a little bit of pressure on Olaf. Trendemir coming back into the fight at very low health. Slowing Olaf, giving Katarina the opportunity to jump forward. They ignite Olaf. No tower, of course, being here. Trendemir, of course, having his ult, able to survive that onslaught from Olaf, giving Katarina the kill on Olaf, and thus securing their lane. Very good play by Trendemir there. I was thinking this guy's silly. But Trendemir, of course, doing what Trendemir does best, baiting the enemy into attacking him with his low health, popping his ultimate. Olaf, of course, focusing on Trendemir because he has that low health, waiting for that ultimate to drop, but it was not quite enough time. Katarina finishing off Olaf. The Ignite goes on to Nautilus, but will it be enough? No, it is not enough. Nautilus does survive, popping his shield. Excuse me. Graves getting some good poke on Volibear. Teemo doing his best to try and damage him as much as he can, but Ari comes in and double kills Volibear and Teemo. I'm actually surprised. I thought Graves got that kill. Brand, of course, pushing his lane because there really isn't much else that Purple King can do right now other than take objectives, which in my opinion really should be their main focus right now because they're so badly down on kills and so behind on gold. Their best bet right now is to take objectives, take those towers, get that gold farm in, and stop these guys right now. Because, of course, Purple Team, while being a more dominant team in gold and kills, is actually pretty far behind on towers. Purple Team, of course, having 2 towers, Blue having none. Now, Katarina coming in, seeing Graves is sitting here, shooting at this tower. Katarina is going to jump in and ult, taking damage from the tower, but putting a decent amount of damage onto Graves, forcing him to back out, preventing that tower from being destroyed completely. Teemo coming around through river, dropping another actually very well-placed shroom. Coming in, hopefully trying to take out this Nocturne that's been causing them so much trouble. Not quite. Volibear and Teemo coming around. Nautilus coming up top to try and, again, help his buddy Olaf with this very, very rough bottom lane. Trendemir's ult is, of course, down, and Trendemir trying to get out. Ignite onto Trendemir. His ult comes up, and he will fall. Teemo dropping a shroom in the enemy jungle and hopes to kind of hurt Brand, running as far away as he can. Nocturne popping his ult just for that sliver of health. It seemed a little bit silly to me, but hey, I'm not playing. Training Katarina hiding in this bush. Nocturne immediately ganked by the purple team and just destroyed by Katarina's unnecessary ultimate. That was unnecessary. Nautilus, while strong, With the 3 of them there versus 1 Nautilus, I think she could have got away with not blowing her ult like that. But hey, kill's a kill. Ahri and Nocturne moving up mid lane, trying to push the lane forward, at least take 1 tower. They are still, of course, behind in towers. Gray's moving bot lane to most likely clear up this creep wave, and again, take out what little health is left on that tower. Olaf moving through the enemy purple team's jungle. Katarina and Volibear not close behind.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
And there's the first turret kill for blue team. Graves taking out that turret and finishing off this creep wave, allowing his creep wave to move forward. Brand and Teemo, of course, bottom lane. Brand moving in on Graves. Olaf taking a few pot shots at Katarina. Ahri flashing, or ulting in, putting serious hurt on Katarina. Katarina is brought down by Olaf. Volibear hitting as hard as he can. Olaf going down by Volibear, but Volibear taking out Olaf in the end. I don't know what I just said. Volibear surviving, but just barely. Brand trying to put some hurt. Oh, Graves leaves the lane. Did not even taking any damage. Must have saw them coming. Teemo coming in behind. Wow. Ton of damage going on to Teemo from Graves there. Brand completely misses. Nocturne getting another kill on Tryndamere. Teemo falling. Graves taking out Brand. Teemo taking out Nautilus, though. Nautilus, in turn, taking down Teemo. He will be the next turret down for blue team.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Graves coming in to ensure that the turret goes down and protect his low health Ahri. Though he himself is pretty low health. Graves coming over here, running up the top lane, most likely to stop this creep wave from pushing any further. There are a lot of creeps. Delicious, delicious farm. Olaf moving in to try and prevent Olaf. Olaf is on their team. Wow, it's twice I've made that mistake. Ahri taking huge damage, but it is not Ahri go. Volibear finishes off Ahri. They're trying to stop Nocturne. Double kill for Volibear. Will Katarina survive? No. Olaf comes in, takes the double kill, and takes out Volibear and Katarina effortlessly. But they did bring down Nocturne, which is very good. That's a lot of damage that I believe Volibear got the kill for Nocturne. There's a lot of damage coming in. They're trying to take Dragon here. Teemo and Brand will leave once they see the enemy team coming in, as blue team is much, much stronger than purple team at this point, and it would not have been a very good idea. Brand trying to do what he did last time, but blue team is wise up to that, and they will not allow Brand to steal that dragon like he did last time. Teemo putting in some shots. There we go. Blue team backing away from Dragon, not trying to finish it off. Purple team taking Dragon and Nautilus down. Good play by Brand, allowing the blue team to move in, damage the Dragon, then moving it, damaging them to the point that they have to back off so Brand can then take Dragon for his team, thus securing a bit more gold for the blue team, or for the purple team. Volibear, nice flip for Ahri, but was not quite enough. Nocturne taking out Teemo. Olaf taking down Volibear. Tryndamere coming in a 2v1 versus very fed Nocturne and Olaf. And of course backing out because that would have been retarded. Brand down here cleaning up creep waves, making sure that no more damage is done onto this turret. Olaf backing off. Ahri checking to see if Blue's there. Blue is most definitely there. Nautilus coming in to assist Ahri, making sure that she can get her blue without any problems. Katarina backing, leaving top lane, allowing her creeps to push forward and hopefully get a little bit of damage on that tower. Ahri taking a decent amount of damage from this blue, so she will definitely have to back after this. If she does not, she is silly. Well, I guess she's not. Oh well. Volibear moving down mid lane. Most likely, probably calling for his team to group up against these other team, which is indeed grouped up as well. Nautilus moving through the jungle, seeing that Volibear is there, dropping a ward to ensure that they have control over their own jungle. And, of course, a ward in that bush to watch for oncoming ganks. Brandon Teemo trying to get their lane to push, trying to clear out these creep waves. Of course, moving towards mid lane, seeing that team is grouped up. Ahri ulting away and missing her little ball. Brand waiting, biding his time, waiting for the moment to strike. Moving out, seeing that. Here we go, very big team fight. Brand launching his ult, taking out Olaf. Nautilus taking out Teemo, and Katarina taking out Nautilus and Olaf with a very, very good ultimate from Katarina. Katarina does, of course, make it away without falling herself. But the enemy team is forced to run because the entire team was wiped, except for Ahri, who was able to escape from the dreaded Tryndamere. So very, very good team fight there in favor of Purple Team. Two deaths versus Blue Team's 4 deaths. So this team, Purple Team, obviously is a very strong team when it comes to team fights, especially due in part to Volibear's flip and Tryndamere's Undying Rage, allowing him to be focused by the enemy team while the rest of his team knocks down the important targets, such as Graves, Ahri, and possibly Nocturne if he is present. Though Nocturne isn't as big of a threat because he is definitely more of a jungle and ganker rather than a team fighter. Though, don't get me wrong, he still can be very strong in team fights. But the priority targets for Purple Team are going to be, of course, the AD carry and the AP carry, Graves and Ahri. Dragon still not up yet. Katarina moving through the opposing team's jungle. There are 2 wards in this bush. Chances are one's about to end. Volibear moving through the enemy jungle, seeing Nocturne move up. Katarina comes in, tries to get some damage out, but falls to Graves before putting a decent amount of poke onto Graves. Volibear going head-to-head against Olaf, not seeing Nocturne. Nocturne comes up with Nautilus getting the kill on Volibear, taking it from Olaf for some fucking reason. Because, again, kills are important, right? No, they're not. But in the end, Nautilus should have given that kill to Olaf. Finishing up creep waves there, allowing their lane to push a bit. Graves and Ahri pushing mid towards the second tier tower. Of course, teams both even when it comes to towers, but Blue Team is ahead by about 7,000 gold. About 6,000 gold. And 31 kills versus Purple Team's 18. Teemo taking actually no damage from that. That was pretty good. Brand, of course, being the team's heaviest nuker and most likely the MVP of the match because of his epic dragon skills. Purple Team needs to protect their AP carry. It needs to protect Brand from taking any damage or from taking any aggression. Katarina, of course, also very strong. Teemo, of course, is Teemo. I mean, come on, it's Teemo. You always got to kill Teemo. Brand moving in on Olaf and Graves, though it's not going to work out in his favor as Brand is easily taken down by the very, very strong Graves. Graves, of course, having 7 kills and only 3 deaths with 12 assists. Volibear getting charmed by Ahri, hit by the tower as well. And, of course, Ahri brings down Volibear without much effort. Bottom lane being pushed by Nautilus, Olaf, and Graves, trying to take this tower and then inhib. Tryndamere and Katarina seeing this move over to their tower, trying to stop them from taking it, but it will be dead by the time that they get there. Tryndamere moving in, trying to do it. Tryndamere does this. Got that Undying Rage up. Graves falls down. Katarina trying to put some damage in on Olaf, but it is not quite enough, and Katarina will fall to Olaf. And this should... and here comes Brand coming in, trying to get them off of his inhib. Dropping that, getting that, launching his ult, trying to do some damage, but it is not enough. Brand falls to Olaf because of the ignite. Now Tryndamere back again, trying to stop these guys, trying to drop that Nautilus. Is it enough? It is not enough. Nautilus will most likely escape. Volibear coming in as well to assist Nautilus in stopping these assholes from taking their inhib. A few hits there on Olaf. Him moving in, trying to get the kill on Olaf. Olaf, oh man, Olaf slowed by Tryndamere. Tryndamere coming in. And there's the kill. Again, Volibear, why are you taking so many kills? Stop taking kills. That too. All the kills are going to, like, those kills like that should not be going to the support Volibear. Those kills should be going to the carries, not Volibear. I mean, yeah, Volibear is going to be their tank once they, really start team fighting. I mean, they have team fought a bit, but not quite enough for Volibear to be incredibly useful as a tank. Volibear should be giving these kills to his carries, not himself. Because again, he is playing a support role. But taking all these kills from his carry is only hurting his team. I think we'd see a much stronger purple team if Volibear would let these kills go to his carries. Here we go, another attempt at Dragon. Nautilus coming in, seeing that they're going for Dragon. Graves putting out a ton of damage on Volibear. Will it be enough? Yes, it is definitely enough. Teemo taking out Nautilus, and then of course being felled by Nocturne and Graves. Of course, they will most likely take this Dragon. Yes, Nocturne has slain the Dragon. No steal this time, Brand. Brand shooting his Q and missing. Tryndamere taking out Graves, but Nocturne coming around and finishing off Brand. Can Trynd get the double kill? Nocturne launches his spell shield, preventing Trynd from being able to slow him. Ahri's charming Trynd, preventing Tryndamere from being able to chase Nocturne further, ensuring that that Nocturne has survived. Undying Rage is popped. Olaf is pounding on Tryndamere as much as he can. Tryndamere trying to escape, not wanting to feed Olaf anymore. But it is not quite enough. Katarina taking down Ahri. Man, I missed that. Olaf moving down, seeing Ahri has fallen. Trying to see if maybe there's any more enemies down here. Alas, there is not. Volibear and Katarina moving into mid lane, trying to push their wave, trying to get that tier 2 tower down. Excuse me. Teemo up top, preventing the creep wave from pushing. Excuse me. Teemo preventing the creep wave from pushing any further and damaging the tower any more than the creeps already have. Of course, objectives win the game. Kills do not win the game. Kills just make it a little bit easier. Volibear possibly calling for a Baron here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Warding it just in case someone decides to go after it. But I do believe a Baron would not be a good idea right now. Mostly because they don't have any sight on the enemy team at all. Other than possibly, not even Nocturne. They have no sight on the enemy team. So taking Baron would not be a wise choice. Though Nautilus and Olaf poking around Baron, possibly thinking about doing it. Purple team assembling at top. Again, probably with Baron on their mind. Though Nautilus and Olaf are here, so they may be a bit hesitant. Nocturne, of course, moving in, seeing the team moving in as well. Volibear has also arrived. Ahri coming in. Nocturne still, Graves still bought. Volibear making quick work of Nocturne again. Not sure why he didn't give it to one of his carries. Olaf taking down Brand without much effort or resistance. Well, I guess he did take quite a bit of resistance because he has to run. Not enough damage. Teemo's not enough damage to finish off Olaf, but Nautilus will fell Teemo. Oh, Teemo did finish off Olaf. Wow, mad props. There you go. Nautilus also falling to Volibear. And Graves getting the double kill, finishing off Volibear. Now, they can't really do Baron right now. It's only the two of them. Granted, Tryndamere is the only one alive after that exchange. So that team fight was in favor of blue team for sure. Of course, blue team getting 4 kills over purple team's 3. Neither carry was killed in that. Neither carry on purple or blue team was killed in that exchange, which is unusual. Why the purple team didn't go for the carries? I mean, I guess Graves wasn't there till the end, so that's understandable. But I mean, if it was me and I was playing, I would have tried to focus Ari as much as possible because she's the one who's really putting out a ton of damage. Of course, Olaf is also becoming quite a big threat with 11 kills and 5 deaths and only 5 deaths. Purple team's tier 2 mid tower has fallen. Teemo taking a fuck ton of damage from Graves and getting away as fast as he can. Graves moving away as he sees purple team move in. Volibear, of course, very strong, which is unnecessary. But still strong nonetheless, and still something that blue team needs to watch out for. Katarina trying to get away as Nocturne moves in. Katarina trying to jump in, probably get off an ult, but is immediately brought down by Nocturne and the opposing team. Brand shooting his ult off, not really doing too much damage to the opposing team, and is forced to back away along with Volibear. Graves and Nocturne continue to scour the enemy jungle looking for that Graves. Brand is going to go ahead and back. Will he see him? Oh! Come on, Brand, you got this. Oh, there we go. Graves being able to take out Brand. It was a very close little 1v1, but Nautilus showed up and kind of complicated things. But that lovely dot that Brand leaves was able to bring Graves down in the end. Volibear and Teemo coming over here to take blue. Watch Volibear take blue. I would not even be surprised with how many kills this guy's taken from his team. Look at this. 10 kills on the support. And barely and 5 and less on the carries. And of course the bruiser Tryndamere. This is not what you want to see. You do not want to see your support with 10 kills. It's silly to me. Volibear and Teemo moving down bot lane, trying to push this tower. Granted, Volibear is very strong, and it does make him a very effective tank for their team. Unfortunately, the team does not have the damage that the other team has because the carries are the ones getting the kills. Notice how Nautilus is running support for was running support for bot lane, only has 5 kills, though he has 18 assists, which means he's been there for a lot of the kill exchanges. Volibear and Teemo, of course, ganging up on Nautilus, trying to bring him down. Teemo trying to escape from Olaf, but Olaf is able to bring down Teemo without much effort. Volibear also being brought down by Olaf. And triple kill from Olaf, bringing down Brand. Nice Zonius from... Oh, what is Katarina doing? Nice Zonius from Katarina, only for her to jump back into the fight and get killed by Ari. Very good play there by Olaf, getting a triple kill on Teemo, Brand, and Volibear. Not sure why Katarina came back. She was free, she was out, she was good to go. But then she came back and killed herself. And Olaf making quick work of Dragon very, very easily, unopposed. Tryndamere, of course, being the only one still alive. Back at his base. Just chilling out. Thinking that Tryndamere may have given up here. Just said, fuck it, and is now just AFK. Volibear and Teemo back alive with Brand coming up in a moment. Graves trying to take this inhibitor, but it is not going to work. Volibear taking huge amounts of damage, but they are able to bring down Graves. See, look at that. Even with Volibear, with as many kills as he has, is still able to take massive amounts of damage from one single Graves. Volibear having that many kills to himself is, again, a real big problem for this purple team. Blue team going for Baron here, completely unopposed. Brand moving in, possibly trying to take it like he did. Unable to steal it. Ari does take Baron. Brand not quite quick enough on his ult to go ahead and take down that Baron. Though it may not have anything to do with quickness, I think it just has to do with how unpredictable Brand's ult is, which is why you do not typically see Brand in tournament play or even high elo ranked play, because his ultimate is so incredibly unpredictable. You can't really rely on it. Well, and there's a surrender, ladies and gentlemen. It was a very good team. It was a hard-fought match between these blue and purple teams. Nocturne getting those very early ganks really put purple team at a massive disadvantage, which I think really led to purple team's downfall. 13 kills and only 4 deaths from Nocturne. I'm going to have to go ahead and I'm going to call Nocturne the MVP of this match because of those really early ganks and, of course, the damage that he was able to output later in the game. Volibear, is there something the opposite of an MVP? I'm not sure what that's called. Oh, yeah, LVP, the least valuable player. Because he took all those kills from, I mean, granted, some of his kills, don't get me wrong, some of his kills were legitimate, you know, his kills. But overall, a lot of the kills that I saw, he was usually with Teemo or, you know, with someone else on his team that he should have given to them. Now, granted, if somebody's running and you have your teammates with you and they're not going to be able to catch up to get the kill, yeah, go ahead and secure the kill, get that kill. But I'd say about half of Volibear's kills should have been given to one of the carries, or at least Trendemir, the Bruiser. So, as far as this game goes, it was a well-fought game from Blue Team and Purple Team. If it wasn't for those Nocturne ganks and it wasn't for Volibear taking as many kills as he did from his carries, I think this would have been a completely different match because Purple Team was able to get those towers down as quickly as they did. I really like that Purple Team was focusing on objectives and not kills. Blue Team was more focused on kills at the beginning, which is why Purple Team was able to take as many towers as quickly as they did. But once Blue Team started to see their towers go down, I really think they really took note and decided to do the same. Really. Now, as far as Purple Team's MVP, I'm going to name Brand. Brand, obviously, Purple Team's MVP. Nocturne, of course, the overall MVP, but Brand getting that dragon kill or dragon steal, and then again on the other dragon that he did, where he backed off and allowed Blue Team to damage dragon down to the point that he could move in, damage Blue Team to the point where they had to pull out lest they be killed, and then again taking dragon once again for the Purple Team. So while Brand only had 4 kills and 15 deaths and only 8 assists, those dragon steals that he got were absolutely pivotal in making Purple Team last as long as they did against this very, very strong Blue Team. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, it's still a little messed up. My mouse still kind of goes off into my second monitor. So there were a few good fights that I did in fact miss, and there were a couple times when I bounced off a fight by mistake trying to get a good view on it due to the fact that I don't know, it didn't do this the last time. It just goes completely off screen. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next Shoutcast.